Welcome back to World War II Combat Files. This is Part 2, Rivers of Fire and Frozen Fronts. Today we follow the Wehrmacht's lightning push into Soviet territory. On June 22, 1941, over 3 million Axis soldiers crossed the Soviet frontier. Army Group North advanced toward Leningrad with 73 divisions. Army Group Center, 101 divisions strong, barreled toward Smolensk and Moscow. To the south, 62 divisions of Army Group South surged into Ukraine's fertile plains. Hitler expected a rapid collapse of Soviet resistance. But beneath the grand strategy lay glaring vulnerabilities. Vast distances, harsh terrain, and a Red Army far larger than anticipated would soon test the limits of blitzkrieg. German planners envisioned blitzkrieg, fueled by 2,500 supply trucks. Yet only 1,200 arrived on time. Rail gauge changes at the border forced every train to stop for hours. Each panzer crossing needed a new bridge. Spring's Rasputitsa turned roads into rivers of mud. Tanks floundered, half-tracks choked, and 600,000 horses strained under wagons. Frontline units waited days for fuel and ammunition. Without pumps or paved roads, commanders improvised. Delay after delay ground the advance to a crawl. Stalin's 1937-38 purges decimated the Red Army's officer corps. Younger, inexperienced commanders scrambled to form defenses. Yet they orchestrated stubborn resistance at Smolensk and the Dvino corridor. Villages became fortress lines. Soviet infantry dug in with anti-tank rifles and artillery salvaged from shattered factories. Every kilometer cost German lives and vehicles. Field reports warned Hitler of unexpected tenacity. But the Führer insisted on relentless momentum. Soldiers sensed the tension between orders and reality. The Red Army would not yield its heartland easily. In the north, Finnish forces seized opportunity. Reclaiming lands lost in the 1939 Winter War, they struck German outposts along Lake Ladoga. Ski troops glided through forests, ambushing supply columns. Hitler diverted 2 divisions to secure his flank. This obscure rivalry delayed Army Group North's drive on Leningrad by weeks. Seasonal rivers swelled and bridges washed away. Even minor delays reshaped the timetable. Leningrad's fate hung not on sheer numbers, but on weather, terrain, and rivals at Germany's side. If you're captivated by these frontline stories, hit the like button, subscribe to World War II Combat Files, and ring the bell. Your support helps us keep history alive. Share your thoughts below, and join our community. The Luftwaffe claimed air superiority early. Thousands of Soviet planes were shot down or destroyed on the ground. But attrition mounted as German fighters scrambled to improvised airstrips. Engines froze overnight without heated hangars. Sortie rates plummeted under the cold September skies. Pilots risked frostbite before each mission. Ground crews worked round the clock to keep aircraft ready. Fuel became so precious that empty barrels were painted black for inspections. A stark reminder of warfare's relentless demand for logistics. Behind the swift Wehrmacht columns, Einsatzgruppen units followed. Their mission, systematic mass murder of Jews, communists, Roma, and intelligentsia. By mid-August, over 80,000 civilians were executed in forests and ravines across the Baltics and Belarus. Local collaborators joined in horrific roundups. Victims were forced to dig their own graves before being shot. News of these atrocities spread fear among occupied communities. Some Germans protested, citing moral revulsion. But orders from Berlin were absolute. The ideological war for Lebensraum revealed its darkest face. Meanwhile, Soviet industry shifted east. Under cover of rail convoys, 10,000 rail cars hauled entire factories beyond the Ural Mountains. Locomotive plants, tank works, and machine tool factories rose anew on Siberian plains. Over 4 million Soviet women replaced evacuated men on assembly lines. By September, fresh T-34 and KV-1 tanks rolled off the lines. Each new vehicle posed a deadly surprise to German crews. The Red Army's industrial backbone would prove as crucial as its manpower. As autumn arrived, German columns approached within 100 kilometers of Moscow. Generals urged pause and resupply. But Hitler's orders remained firm. Press on to the Soviet capital. Join us next time for Part 3, The Battle for Moscow. Thanks for watching World War II Combat Files. Stay tuned as history fights back and lessons unfold.